Hello everybody. Today we have an exciting video. It's always exciting when TLV's on the table. We're talking 2025 TLV here. We have two new models, which would be the Honda Acti and the Subaru Impreza WRX STI. And then we have some recolors of the Mitsubishi Pajero. And of course it's B and C, so I don't know what the difference is. It's 206. The Pajero I have is 180. So there evidently is a difference somewhere. I know this is a 94 model. The red one here is a 96, and the turquoise one is a 91. So I wonder what the differences will be here. But we're going to start with the Acti, because that is January. The Pajero and the Impreza are February, so we'll get to those next. We're going chronologically here. And the Acti was so small, I really didn't want to do my own video on it, so pairing it up here. We're going to start with the regular mainline variant, and then we'll take a look at the special diorama set. Kind of diorama set. This is the first, this is a very modern vehicle from TLV. It doesn't even say what year it is. I don't think it really matters because they've been the same since like 2014. I think the Acti was discontinued in 22. So this is the final generation Honda Acti, using the same front end as the Honda Vamnos, I think. But this thing is tiny. Like, it is small. What do I have to compare it to? Well, I always try to find something most people have. Maybe the Hot Wheels S14. Yeah, I mean the S14 is pretty much 3 inches. So, or the Sil 80. Sorry. Yeah, this thing is tiny. You can see how tiny these wheels are. What are they, like 12-inch tires in real life? 13-inch. You got your headlights, which are lensed, your marker light on the inner there. The grille, which I think is all one piece. They did it like a mainline, which makes sense because it's so small. There's your mirrors. I like how the passenger side mirror has the extra little hang down there, so you can get a better visual of behind you. You got the yellow K license plate, and then you got your black vents. There's this nice steely reel, and there's a steely wheel at the bottom with an actual rubber tire attached to the base there. The drive shaft is a piece of plastic, which was kind of moving there. Yeah, you can almost see it moving around. Everything else appears to be metal. I like that they did put the drive shaft down in there. Exhaust is plastic, though. Silver exhaust piece. And there's the taillights. I don't really care for the taillights being a decal print here. Actually, they look like stickers, which is weird. They look fake. I don't love how the taillights are done here. You got Acti 4-wheel drive on the lift gate, or tailgate, just drop down. There's your yellow plate. You got your light for the plate. You got the mud flaps with the little reflectors on them, which are pretty cool. Got the wheel arches. I think there's like a fuel tank maybe, or battery. That's where the engine would be. Honda on the bedside. Of course, all 3 sides here will drop down. And you got your headache rack on the back there with, I don't know if that's a light or a mirror. Black door handles. The seats are kind of like a bluish gray. They kind of match the exterior a little bit with the black dashboard. Just that utilitarian plastic. You know, I can feel that stuff in my sleep. We all know what that is, utilitarian plastic. And then you got the white roof. I don't know if this is based on a real vehicle. Maybe it's like a Honda service truck or something. But it seems kind of strange to be the first deco, this blue and white two-tone. I wish it was just straight blue, but that's all right. And then in the multi-pack here, you think it's a white recolor, but it really isn't. You can see they have different numbers. This is 329 and this is 330. So let's take a look at the differences. I know the major one off the top of my head. Oh, and we'll take a look at the props too. Take a look here. We'll pull the truck out first. You can probably already see the difference, the major difference. Try to get this motorcycle out. Nice detail on this thing. I have no idea what it is. I'm gonna assume it's a Honda because it's a Honda truck that it's coming with. But this thing looks really good. Pink license plates. GT 125. Oh yeah, it is a Honda. Which actually that font kind of matches this one, so you can have like a whole pair going on here. It's not going to stand up on its own though, I don't think. Even though it's got the kickstand, it doesn't move, of course. So it's not really going to stand up on your own. Maybe you can use the ramps here to make it stand up. But yeah, you get these ramps, which are pretty cool. I'm not sure exactly how they expect you to use them. There's two. Maybe it's a side loader type deal. Actually, it probably is because that's why the bed sides are lower. Kind of a. And then you put the motorcycle. I mean, of course, you're not gonna be able to drive it up there, but I don't like the fact that it doesn't stay. There's not an actual stand for it, and like I said, the actual kickstand on here obviously doesn't move. It's a solid piece of plastic, so you really can't stand the bike up. But here's the man, in maybe his racing gear, or his biker gear, his cruising gear. You can almost position him to hold the bike. Oh. To hold the bike from falling over, but he's kind of too big to even do that. Oh, there you go. Hold on. Don't shake the table. There you go. Loading up the bike. That's about all you can do with that. But let's take a look at the Honda. That's what everybody here is here to see. The Honda Acti, of course, not the WRX, of course. Let me just move these props out of the way before I make a mess. So this is, of course, more utilitarian. Of course, it's a K truck. They're all utilitarian. But this one's fun colored. This one's just straight white. It's got the gunmetal bed sides with the kind of like a green bed plank. And it's almost like it's got like sheet metal bolted to the bed there, opposed to just being the solid bed, which covers the engine cover. I wonder if this is like a drop down gate, like it folds down, but then it hydraulic. There's a hydraulic lift to move it up and down, a little elevator gate type thing. I've seen it before. You got black mirrors on this one. Still gets the same blue seats with the black dashboard. Same front end detailing. And of course the same rear end detailing. Still got the headache rack and the rear light. You can just see how much shorter those bed sides are for loading things. Honda Acti 2024. They really hide it in there. But there's the little Acti trucks, and I absolutely love them. Can't wait for more colors. I really just want a plain white one or a silver one. And they really got to make the little canopy for the back of them. Here, we'll move the boxes, because these boxes are big. They'll get in the way. We'll start here into February 2025 with the Mitsubishi Pajero. Love the Pajero. Of course, sold as the Montero here in America, because Pajero does not translate to something nice in Spanish. So, for YouTube's sake, I'm not going to say it. You do, with the Pajero, get a fender mirror that you can install yourself. I will not be doing that, even though I love the look of the fender mirror. I will never get it to stay in the right spot, because there's no lineup for it. And here, this thing is gorgeous. This thing is just stunning. This metallic maroon, yes, that is metallic, with the beige kind of metallic two-tone. You got the same silver pinstriping, V6 300 or 3000. Chrome mirrors, chrome grille, chrome front bumper plate there. You got the skid plate down here. Mitsubishi emblem on the grille. The wheels are cool. I think these are new wheel tooling. I don't think I've ever seen them before on this casting, but I could be wrong. These are Pajero nameplate, which I don't remember if the American market versions came with that. I don't think they had rear-mounted spare. Oh, no, some of them did. And the later ones did, too. There's your rear wiper. Silver trim above the windows there. It goes all the way around, which is pretty cool. You got a little step plate on the back here. Taillights are amber in the middle and then red on top and bottom. The cream interior is very interesting. And the dashboard's brown, steering wheel's black. Love that detail. Mitsubishi Pajero mid-roof. Just the mid sunroof, I assume. So did they do one without a sunroof? Oh, I think they did, because there's this. I don't know if they've actually... Oh, they've done one with a roof rack too, but I don't know if that one had a sunroof either. I think... Oh yeah, the exhaust on this one is a separate piece, and it is flimsy. You can, like, bend it around. The drive shaft's a nice separate piece there too, and the mid-pipe here, and I believe resonator, is a separate plastic piece, and whatever these are too. These stabilizers. Wow. Okay, the control arms and the skid plate are plastic too, that are attached to the base. This has a lot of parts to it. What a great model. So this is a 1996. We'll take a look with the 1994, see if there's really any difference. Tomica says they're different just by changing the number, but the 96 has the marker light, the amber marker light. That's about all I can see right now. Is the grille different? The slits almost look bigger on the 96, but I can't tell because it seems like they're all the same. It seems like there's the same amount of them, so it doesn't... I think it's just the way it looks. On the rear end, nothing's different. Step pad's the same. You know, other than the wheels. Still got the same emblems, just the two-tone is distributed differently. Window trim's the same. They both have the mid sunroof. Both have the same base, I'm going to assume. Yeah, they both say 189 on the base. Well, that's unfortunate. There isn't much difference other than literally the amber marker light and the wheels. But let's take a look at the turquoise one. I'm in love with this turquoise. This is so great. And it's got like a little camper top on the roof. It's so cool. turquoise and gold two-tone. What a bold statement this is. I can't get it out of here either. So the camper top seems like it's pretty much attached on there, which is kind of unfortunate. I don't know if it's... Oh, geez, it is removable, but it... It is not removable. I pulled the whole roof rack off by doing that. It's not supposed to come off. There is a screw up in there. That's not a peg. So I pulled the whole roof rack off. The roof rack's actually glued on there, so it is not supposed to come off. So let me just put that back on there. It actually snaps back in there without the glue, so we're fine. But it was held in by glue. I thought I broke it for a second. But we can... Wow, this ladder doesn't like... There. And then it comes with a little nature observer who can sit on the edge of this tent and sip her coffee. Maybe. Come on, this is what it shows on the packaging. They couldn't have put her in a better position. They... Oh. Come on, you gotta do the demonstration. Okay, what if the back... Oh, no, the back's not gonna work. That's a window. What about this side? This... Seems like it's got... Actually, no, it doesn't. Oh, I'm popping things around. Come on, nature observer. Oh, there we go. Now let's observe the nature observer. Not that this is the perfect place to set up your tent right in the middle of a parking lot, but hey, it works. I'm just bummed you can't remove the temp, because now I can't put this into my display case, and I absolutely love the color. And it does actually have the sunroof under the roof rack. Of course, I didn't check that when I broke it, and I was afraid I would have to break it again to figure that out. But okay, so I'm going to assume all the Pajeros have the sunroof. And I'm going to assume, even though they're all got different numbers, that they're just the same castings. It's got the markers. The bull bar, though. This is my first one with a bull bar. They've done a couple of them before. This isn't a new thing with the bull bar and roof rack. But this is the first one I have with it. And it looks pretty good. This one has different wheels from both of mine. Again, I don't know if they've used these wheels before. I think they're new. I don't think I remember seeing them. But, so 3 different wheel options as far as I know of. I want to track down the other versions just because I love it. I love the casting. So I'll have to see if they have the same wheels too. But yeah, all the other details are the same, which is unfortunate because they make you think they're different by changing the numbers. But man, this turquoise is gorgeous. And with the gold, oh, it just works so well. The whole interior is gray, so not as cool and two-tone as the red one. And then here is the camper top, which is actually nicely painted. You can tell where it would close in. The camper itself is painted like this off gray, while the topper is silver. It's got this, I assume, a rack thing on the top here if you want to actually use the roof rack when the camper's down. Super cool, but I hate the fact that you can't remove it, because it's not going to fit in the display, and it totally deserves to be in the display. Otherwise, what a great release. Now, on to the meat and potatoes. What most people are probably going to be skipping through to see. The WRX. WRX. in 2 versions. So we got 33.6 and 33.7. You can already see on the packaging that they are slightly different between the spoilers and the wheels. This is the WRX STI from 2003. They're both 2003s. One's the regular STI. The other one is the Spec C, which is the more rally-oriented one, if you couldn't tell by the little the little hood scoop up, or the roof scoop. So let's take a look at the white one first. We'll save the iconic blue for last. We'll take a look here. Look at this. Now, it's so weird seeing TLV do such a new car. And I know it's weird saying that because the Acti there is 10 years newer than the WRX is. But the Acti is also very boxy. And TLV does boxy cars all the time, other than the Ferraris, which I don't really have any of anyway. The only other new vehicles I have from TLV are the GTRs. But those, for some reason, don't feel weird. Is it because this is a sedan? Is it because they didn't do the sedan of the first gen? Maybe. I wish they would. I don't know why they didn't. The wagon's cool. I love the wagon, and I want more of them. But it seems weird without the sedan. Like, if they just did the sedan, it wouldn't be weird to not have the wagon. But because they did the wagon first, it makes the absentness of the sedan more noticeable. But I think I prefer the wagon anyway. But let's take a look. This is your Blob-Eye Impreza. So it was the first facelift after the Bug-Eye. Of course, the Bug-Eye, Blob-Eye, and the Hawkeye were all built on the same body and platform. Just, of course, facelifts of each other, which the Bug-Eye didn't last very long. But headlights look really good. You got the fog light covers here with the STI branding on it. STI on the grille and a nice Subaru badge. The big hood scoop. These things had massive hood scoops. Later WRXs and eventually the Legacy Outback, and Forester XTs would have the hood scoop integrated more into the into the hood, where it would channel it in there instead of it literally just being slapped on top, which I guess gave it more of that rally look to it. With that too, which that opens and closes on the real car. You can't move it on the TLV, and I think it is a separate plastic piece. I don't think it's metal, although it looks metal. It's flawlessly placed there, but you got black mirrors, which are interesting. STI on the door. Of course, Subaru Technical Institution. The nice gold wheels. And they're from some brand, probably Sparco or NK. There's taillights. You got your white marker and reverse lamp in there. Brake light on the wing. WRX STI. There's your exhaust. Your big old exhaust is a separate plastic piece, and I don't think there are any plastic inserts on the base other than that. Of course, it's harder to do on the sedans because they'll stick out, which makes sense. Blue and black two-tone seats is an amazing look. They were almost... can't remember what they call it, like Alcantara almost, the blue was. Like, that's what it kind of felt like. I don't know if it was. But yeah, they're great seats. And I think they were Recaro seats too, if I'm not mistaken. Of course, all metal base, which every TLV gets. And this one, unlike the Acme and the Pajero, this gets suspension, which they tend to skip suspension on the trucks and SUVs, which I guess I don't fully understand why. I mean, the Acti might have been hard because of this, which actually might be the reason for all of them needing the suspension lift, and this one having the whole plastic rear drive shaft. I don't think suspension was even a choice. But with the the flat bases on the cars. They can. So it's not that they're phasing out the suspension, it's just that they can't really do it with the bigger vehicles. Now let's get to the iconic blue and gold WRX. This is the regular WRX, not a special edition. Or STI is kind of a special edition, but that's it. It's not the rally edition. Well, they all kind of were rally cars. You know what I mean. And this one gets color-matched mirrors, which is another difference between that and the Type C. And look at that. That is an iconic car. Blue WRX with the gold rims and the big wang. This is amazing. So, of course, the bumper color is a little off. The hood scoop is too. It doesn't look off head on, but when you kind of, yep, there it is. Same thing with the bumper. The bumper actually does look off head on. And the mirrors are the same as the hood scoop, where you head on, they're fine, but at an angle, they're dark. Which is a typical thing when you paint plastic, because plastic starts out black. And with a deep metallic like this, it's going to take more coats to cover it. Seems like they just used the same amount on all of it. But I love the fact that the bumpers are plastic, which means, hopefully, and you can see the white's not metallic, so it doesn't have this issue. Color match is fine. It's the metal, and this is an issue with real cars too. Trust me, I know. It's annoying when you get a car back from paint shop and the color is completely wrong. It's an issue with real cars, issue with diecast, all the same issue being that plastic is black and it paint dries differently on it, so you end up seeing that inner color show through. Something I didn't notice on the white one, but there is actually brakes in there. Yes, the white one does have brakes. You can see it better through the 5 spokes on the blue one. There is a brake in there, and there is a caliper as well, which is yellow. Black window trim, marker lights, STI, all over. The other one had a front plate too. I guess I didn't notice it because it was white. Let's see, is there actually any differences in the bumper? Now, they can change the bumper because it is plastic. They can change it out and do the bug eye or the blob eye. Or, yeah, it has the blob eye. I don't know, maybe not the bug eye because of the fender, but I think they would be able to do the Hawkeye. They should be able to do it. The bumper, I can't tell if it's any different. These front splitters look more profound on the blue one here, but at the same time, I don't know. No, the blue one is different. It's got this side canard. So they probably are more pronounced. They got the side canard and then this channel that runs up aerodynamically where this vent is. The hood scoops are the same. You got cowling detail there, which I didn't point out on the other one. The grills are the same. Of course, the blue one doesn't have the roof scoop. And of course, the wings are very different. Same taillights. Same exhaust. Just different bumpers and wheels and wings. Wheels and wings. What do you like better, 5 spokes or the multi-spokes? These kind of match my real car, but I think I'd take the 5 spokes. Well, they will match my real car. Sorry, I took them off the old car and I haven't put them on the new one yet. What an amazing car. This color is gorgeous. And we do have suspension. What a car. There you guys go. Nice and wonderful TLVs. Try to just block them up there. Thank you all for watching. I want to I want to try to get the hold on. Before I say goodbye, I want to try to get this green one in there a little more. There we go. That's a little better. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.